And thanks for coming in to another episode of the Diversions podcast. I don't know what's so funny, but I'm your host, Ketty.
This is B. Okay, so he just spent like the last 5 minutes trying to workshop an intro, and I realize what makes it funny every time is he starts with "and."
I didn't say "and."
You said "and." Thanks for coming to another episode.
I thought I said thanks. Oh, well.
That's what makes it funny to me. Okay, I finally cracked the code on this.
Maybe. Who knows?
Well, yeah. Thanks for being here, folks. What's up, nerds?
Oh, man, what a day. It's been a very entertaining day just to get this episode recorded, actually.
Yeah, Kenny forgot the SD card, so we had to make a Walmart run, which is always fantastic.
That Walmart run was a lot more difficult than it needed to be, actually. So.
General shenanigans usually go down at Walmart. That's kind of what they're built for.
Maybe it was, but I'm just there. I'm just like, this does not need to be this hard. Like, I should just be able to grab the SD card and go.
No, we had to find somebody who would unlock it. A $10 SD card, folks.
Yeah, a $10 SD card. Get someone to unlock it. Ring us up.
Which you got like yelled at by your manager while we were in line too.
Yeah, I felt so bad. I felt
so funny.
And I'm just like, man.
She's like, I finished the project. She's like, well, I got another one for you. I'm like, okay.
It's like, oof. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
Well, in her case, I feel like that was the 100th problem because she had a bitch as a problem.
Oh, man. But yeah, either way, but we finally did it, and here we are recording again.
Only an hour after our scheduled start time.
Yeah, pretty much. But hey, we'll make do. We got quite a few good topics here for you guys today, actually.
First topic. This is episode 10, man.
Yeah, episode 10. We finally made it. I can't believe I made 10 episodes of this. Round of applause here. I was actually just going to sound effects and round of applause.
No. All natural.
All natural. All right.
Golf claps. There we go, folks.
Episode 10, folks. The Messi episode. The Ronaldinho. Maradona.
This is the longest you and I have stuck to a project together.
Yeah, pretty much, actually.
Go us.
Yeah, go us. Wow. We finally did it.
We're growing up, boys.
Yeah. But episode 10, the number 10 is a very special number in soccer because you give it to your best player along with the number 7. But hey, World Cup is starting. Maybe it's Messi's time.
Yeah, the U.S. had to go and tie Wales today after blowing a 1-0 lead late in the game. Yeah,
it was late in the game, but USA needed to do better. I mean, it's a whole mess. I can go into it, but I feel like this isn't the sports episode for it.
No.
Not yet.
Plus, we already bitched about it earlier via text.
Yeah. Either way, USA needs to do better. Subs need to be better. But other than that, hey, episode 10, I still can't believe it, man. I even told myself, I was like, can I make it to 10 episodes?
And here you are, folks.
And yeah, here I am. Ben 10. Where's my Omnitrix?
Literally, you'll be Kevin 11 next week. It's perfect.
That's going to be the title of next week's episode.
Perfect.
But, to start us off today, we're going to do with the new segment, New Show November. And actually, finally, B over here has a show.
I finally remembered to watch something new. It's not even new, but there's a new season of Inside Job on Netflix.
Nice.
It's, if no one's seen it before, it's got super, like, Rick and Morty vibes.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically about like the secret government agency that like rules the world, much like the Illuminati, but they're like the rivals of the Illuminati.
They're a rival. How can you? I'm trying to think of the words.
There's an entire episode that just premiered this season about how they're rivals with all the other ones. The world's run by like the lizard people.
So they each have their own Illuminati.
They're all different names. This one's called Cognito.
Not very cognito.
And then Illuminati is their own, and then there's the lizard people and the Atlanteans and the Juggalos. Fun fact.
From Insane Clown Posse?
Yup.
What?
ICP runs the world.
Oh my god. That is something that I did not expect to hear.
I didn't either, but it was a good episode.
But there we go. Inside Job. Find it on Netflix. And now is it animated, live action?
Animated. Yeah,
nice.
Like I said, real Rick and Morty vibes.
Okay.
It's a good time. I like it.
Yeah, I think that show was also, I don't know if he created or has a hand in the creation. Alex Hirsch, creator of Gravity Falls.
I think he does because the animation style very reminiscent of that kind of that show.
All right, cool. Anything else, or just that one show you just have ready to pitch us?
Just the one. I was so proud I got one. I was like, good pat on the back. I'm going to stop trying the rest of this week.
Baby steps.
I'll get there one of these days, baby.
Yeah. As for me, I have 2 shows actually to pitch over here.
All right, let's hear them.
The first one is actually Tales of the Jedi. I know this came back out in October, but explores beyond the lore for Clone Wars and Rebels, basically.
Which when he told me he watched this, I was like, oh, it's out already? And he's like, it's been out since October. And I was like, oh, I'm really behind.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I was just like, I didn't even know this. And I didn't know that they released all 6 episodes at once.
I feel like there was no fanfare for it.
There was very little promotion for it, but like it's there and it's actually really wonderful.
Okay.
I liked it a lot. Like one of the best episodes for me was just like kind of gives you a backstory of how Count Dooku fell from the Jedi Order down to the dark side. Yeah, you get to see a young Qui-Gon Jinn, so I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
You get to see how Ahsoka got discovered to be as a Jedi.
All stories I would like to see.
Yeah, no, really good. You also get to see a little bit of backstory on Yaddle.
On Yaddle?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it turns out...
one I really needed to know about.
We all need to know, because it turns out that apparently Yoda is the only one in his species that talks that way.
Yeah, he's just a fucking weirdo who speaks like that, because everyone thought it was all of his species, but nope, Yaddle's a normal person.
Yeah, and I guess I was reading more into it about why Yoda talks the way he does, but I guess it's a way to honor his old master, I guess.
What?
Yeah, it's very strange to me. I mean, I hope they do an episode of that in Tales of the Jedi. I don't know if this is just a one-shot, but it does say season 1, so I'm hoping there's more seasons to come.
Okay.
And then the other thing that I watched also is actually a documentary, actually. It's called Mickey, The Story of the Mouse. Basically, this dives into the different animation styles and basically the history of Mickey Mouse, the character, and what he means to everyone, from like a global icon to, I guess, the symbol of mass corporation consumerism. And I don't know. It varies. Like it's. I think it's a very good documentary because it portrayed both the light and the dark side of Mickey Mouse, I guess you could say.
Dramatic. I like it.
Yeah.
Jedi and Mickey Mouse. Light and dark in both of those stories.
Oh, yeah. And it was really cool because, like, for me, you know me, I'm a big animation fan, and, like, I like behind-the-scenes work. So, like, it started off with these 3 different animators who are making a new short called Mickey in a Minute. And it's basically a 1-minute short of basically Mickey throughout the years, from his first original all the way to his, like, the most modern incarnation, basically.
From, like, Steamboat Willie days till now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, like, and the thing that's interesting about it is that they're doing this to honor Mickey, and they say the only way to honor Mickey is we have to do this hand drawn. So there's no digital work at all. So these people,
just for the short,
a 1-minute short. And there's one part where this one guy was just like, yeah, I need to get this one scene down, and it's like I only have 247 pages to do it.
Oh,
and only 247 pages.
Animation's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're doing it hand drawn, it's just because you guys they got the paper, they're like flipping through it. And I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I teared up a little bit because I'm just like I just you gotta admire the passion for that.
Yeah, and also like to do that now and realize how freaking hard it is, like goes to show the people who like invented these early characters, like how insanely talented they were to be able to put out any of this content as successfully as they have.
No, yeah, it's a very interesting documentary. I really enjoyed it, and Holly enjoyed it as well, to my surprise as well.
You think she wouldn't?
I don't think that was going to be her kind of thing.
I feel like she'd have something to say about consumerism and stuff like that.
But then it turns in, she was right there with me, enjoying it all the way.
You go, Mr. Mouse. You go.
Yeah, but also what's just interesting is, like, I think I mentioned this earlier, they were having an interview with Bob Iger and like how much he liked Mickey Mouse and what it meant to him, and basically the values of like Walt Disney World. And I was thinking to myself, I was just like, man, it'd be really cool if they brought back Bob Iger as CEO of Disney, and then 2 hours later, apparently that news broke out that he was replacing Bob Chapek.
Yeah, that was a very short reign for Bob Chapek.
Yeah, and I followed a bunch of animators on Twitter, and like all of them were basically like celebrating this guy getting fired and shit.
Yeah, he didn't seem to be super popular within the company from what I read briefly.
Yeah, from what it sounded like is like they basically killed off the Wicked Witch in the West.
Yeah, kind of worked out for everyone. But yeah, I was kind of digging into it a little bit because Bob Chapek was CEO from like 2020 until just the other day. So very short run for him. And in that entire time, he was tremendously unpopular from what I've been reading.
Not very well liked at all.
If you remember earlier this year when Florida did the like whole don't say gay thing.
Oh, right.
Bob Chapek like did not want to rock the boat or anything like that. So he didn't like really like stand up for Disney or anything like that.
What the hell?
Whereas Bob Iger was like very openly like, he's like, no, like as this big face of a corporation, we need to take a stand for these like marginalized groups, especially like the LGBTQ community.
You go, Bob Iger.
Yeah, so it turns out he's kind of a decent dude. Maybe. I don't know. No billionaire is a decent dude, but he seemed all right compared to Chapek. So who knows? Iger's back, and we'll see what that means for the future of the company.
I mean, that's interesting for me because, like, I feel like without Disney World, there's Florida is nothing.
Dude, it's seriously, because I read something too, because they were, so up until this year or last year, they basically they were like the Vatican in Florida. So they like ran their own property and their own company, and like they decided like how the taxes worked. They were essentially an untaxed city, and they employ a small like states worth of people or like cities worth of people.
Yeah,
they employ like 70,000 people.
Yeah,
just
actually
in
here
Orlando.
getting a job at Disney is actually a pretty decent job.
Yeah, I guess they'll take care of you. I mean, they got enough money; they fucking better. But but under Chapek's watch, they Ron DeSantis like took that tax privilege away and basically like helped gut the community of Disney World and everything like that, which was one of the biggest like income sources for Florida, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah, it's gonna be. That's probably also why they brought in Bob Iger back, because they're just like, you need to get this back.
Yeah, please take it back. We were sorry. We wanted to play with the other guy. Take it back.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, did Bob Iger step down, or did he just leave because he was forced out?
No, it sounded like he wanted to step down. He kind of wanted to just be a board member instead of the CEO. And in his time away from the CEO chair, he was like helping to start and mentor startup tech companies. And actually, up until very recently, in a bunch of interviews, they asked him if he'd ever come back to Disney. He's like, no, I'm done with that. But I guess they made him an offer he couldn't refuse.
Yeah, he probably heard Chapek's comments on animation, was just like, I've had enough.
Well, apparently those two kind of butt heads somewhat frequently.
Yeah, so that's what I heard.
Yeah, because like Bob Iger like laid the groundwork for Disney Plus and a whole lot of other things, but like Chapek was also like taking credit for it. So like there was kind of this big who's actually responsible for it, and they kind of butted heads. And like I said, the two philosophies of like, you know, don't rock the boat, don't make a political stand, versus Bob Iger's like, no, we need to stand up for, or at least like put some sort of face to marginalized groups.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that they both share the first name and middle name.
They say middle name too?
Yeah, but spelled differently.
Oh, great. Well, that's how you can tell. Duh.
I mean, yeah, that's how you can tell, but it's just like, man, that's probably one of the many reasons they butted heads for.
I'm Bob Patrick. I'm Bob Patrick. I don't know what the middle name is. I don't care.
It's Alan.
Alan?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I'll take it. But yeah, so Bob Iger's back. Let's see what he can do for Disney.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful because that guy had more respect for animation than Chapek. Because I know I told you earlier that Chapek said that
no adult steamed by this.
No adult is gonna want to watch animation when there's no kids around. And I'm like, do you know your audience? Like, how detached can you be from your target audience that you're saying like no adult's gonna want to watch animation? It's like, do you not see your catalog? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, people.
Yeah, and I think we were talking earlier too about how like the best animation appeals to both like adults and kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Like especially like old Nickelodeon days come to mind, where like they're making a joke that goes completely over a kid's head, but if an adult hears that, they're like, "Oh, that was a good one. That was dirty," or something like that. But nobody realized it.
Yeah, it's that too. But also, like, if you think about it, all the animators who are working now are people that grew up during our time.
Yeah, true.
So they're gonna make tropes and like homages to like stuff that we knew from back from our day.
Mm-hmm.
So
plus animation's just fun, man. You can do anything with it.
Yeah, and I guess to keep going on with the Disney trend here is Strange World, a new upcoming animated film. Well, by the time of this release of the podcast, the movie will already be out. I think it comes out the 23rd. Is that Wednesday or Thursday?
It's Wednesday because today's the 21st.
All right, so it comes out Wednesday. Strange World, but it for me, this is a funny trope at this point where Disney keeps saying that it's their first lead gay character in a movie, and which doesn't happen often for Disney. But I mean, you could make a fighting game of roster of characters of like who is their first openly gay character in a movie.
I don't think it's about openly gay character. I think it's the fact that it's the main character.
I mean, I guess it's the main character, but I just feel like I've heard that line so many times about so many different projects for them at this point. But it's just like, but also the same thing. It's like, it hasn't really even been marketed at all.
Dude, I barely found out what it was until like last week.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. Like, is this something that, was it because it was a gay character that it was just like swept under the rug because of Bob Chapek's stance, or was
it just like a movie they didn't really like believe in or anything.
I don't know. Like, I feel like it, because I mean, what is it? Raya the Last Dragon. There was a lot of marketing for that. Moana, a lot of marketing for that. Yeah. What else was the most recent? Lightyear, a lot of marketing for that.
Tons of marketing, and they had one gay kiss. Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know why this one is being pushed, like promoted as much as I've seen other movies. I mean, maybe now that it's getting closer, I've seen more like commercials for it. But other than that, I have no clue what this movie's about.
I saw like one YouTube commercial.
Yeah.
Between videos, and like that's all I can really think of.
So it's very strange to me. I mean, I just don't know why they're not marketing as much.
Yeah, I thought it was just me because I don't really like watch a lot of stuff that has like commercials because I mostly just stream everything.
Right.
But like you got your finger on the pulse a lot more than me for you to say that it hasn't even been marketed.
No, I mean I only know about it obviously because I like deep dive into this animation world. But even then, I'm just like I have no clue what the movie's about. I just know that
I don't either.
I just know that from based off the title of the movie that they go into a strange new world.
I mean, this world better be real strange.
I didn't even know that Jake Gyllenhaal was voicing one of the characters.
Jake Gyllenhaal? Me too. I'm finding that out right now.
I found that out today. I think Dennis Quaid is in that movie too, voicing a character.
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah.
That guy from that thing.
So I don't know. Like, are they just not having as much faith in it as past animated features? Like, I don't know. I feel like Disney definitely needs to change things up for their animated features. Maybe even go back to 2D animation.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind 2D. Oh my God, IMDb, it's got 4.9 out of 10 stars.
Oof, that's not a good.
Yeesh.
Not a good run.
Ooh, maybe. Alan Tudyk's in it? No, Alan Tudyk, you can't be in a bad project. And Jabuki Young White. I actually love Jabuki Young White. He's a stand-up comic.
Oh, I think he plays the lead character.
Yeah. Who is? He's an openly gay comedian, so yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
But he is hilarious. For his Comedy Central Presents half-hour special, he did an entire PowerPoint presentation about what bugs are gay, and it was the funniest shit.
Interesting. I think I saw like someone saying that the lead, I guess, what's his name again? I'm sorry.
Jabuki Young White.
Yeah, I guess Jabuki Young White impersonated the FBI one year on Twitter or something like that.
That sounds right for him. He's a scamp.
And he says, like, I know we killed him, but that doesn't mean we still can't miss MLK. And I'm just like, oof. Call him out, please.
That's true.
But I don't know. I mean, I think maybe a return to 2D animation for Disney would be a good path for them to take because I feel like they were on the verge of something. I mean, if you remember Treasure Planet.
Love Treasure Planet.
Who doesn't love Treasure Planet? Treasure Planet is such a great movie. And it's also one of the things I wish that would make into a Kingdom Hearts game. Like, that would be such a fantastic world to visit.
That would be a good one. I feel like that was like a time of Disney like that they don't talk about anymore.
I really don't know why. Because it was what...
Was it like commercially successful?
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like that might be one of like the few like cult movies that they have, like where it didn't do great in theaters, but like DVD sales went through the roof.
Maybe. But I mean, I definitely had the McDonald's toys of it, that's for sure.
You know what McDonald's toys I remember is when Hunchback of Notre Dame came out, and they had the gargoyles, and they were like wind-up toys.
That sounds vaguely familiar. I don't know.
Right? I don't know why I remember it so specifically, but these guys I remember playing like at my buddy's house. We got them because his parents took us out for McDonald's, and we were just like playing with them for like 10 minutes, and then we were just like, all right, we're done.
I don't know. For me, the ones that stick out the most for like Disney McDonald's toys is Hercules with the plates and then the little Titans and like gods and everything.
I had a couple of those too.
That's the one that stands out. But hey, maybe Strange New World needs a McDonald's deal to get the ball rolling for them.
McDonald's will make or break you, man.
It really does. But yeah, I mean, because we already talked about Bob Chapek leaving Disney. Good riddance. Like I said, a lot of Disney animators are actually very happy about that. And Strange New World, like I said, check it out. It'll be out by the time of this recording. Comes out the 23rd. I mean, I'll probably watch it just because I want to support animation. Who knows what's going to be like. I hope it's entertaining at least. Because
I mean, the cast in this movie looks great. Like Jake Gyllenhaal, Gabrielle Union's in it. Like I said, Alan Tudyk. Lucy Liu is in it.
Lucy Liu's in a lot of stuff lately.
Is she?
Yeah, because
she's a comeback.
Yeah, because she's the villain in the sequel Shazam film.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, she's the villain.
Tight.
Yeah, it's her and Helen Mirren. They're both like the two villains, I guess. I don't know who they're playing yet, but we'll see what happens.
Helen Mirren can play anything. It doesn't matter. I love her.
It really doesn't. But I guess to continue on with the dumpster fire that's going is Twitter.
It's just so funny.
It really is. I mean, they continue with firing hundreds of employees and top engineers resigning because of the cultural shift in the company. And Elon begged and scrambled for these engineers to stay. But I think they said it was too late and they took the severance package. And I don't know. It looks like a lot of people think Twitter is just going to break soon. Who knows when? Which is unfortunate because, like, you know, I feel like I do a lot of promotion for this podcast on Twitter.
I mean, I don't think it's going to go away, but it's going to be out of his hands pretty soon. But a couple of funny things I heard about this too. So he was worried that a lot of senior developers were going to like change or alter the code for, what is it called?
What, the source code?
Source code. There we go. They were going to like do something to like alter or delete the source code or something like that before leaving. So he locked all of the all of the main developers out. Or he was going to, but turns out he fired the guy who could lock any of the people out.
Oh, man.
The week before. So he called him and begged him to come back and like lock these people out or something like that. And he was like, fuck no.
Oh,
and then just today I read somewhere that because Twitter has a big UK employment and everything like that.
Yeah.
And he sent an email saying that they were all fired as well. Like, same thing, like if you're not with the culture, you get fired or whatever. But apparently you cannot fire somebody that way under UK labor laws. So they're all technically still employed, but they were told not to work. So they're just collecting money for doing nothing right now.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so...
And this is your genius, folks.
This is your genius. Your
my God.
Card-launching, rocket-making genius.
I'll never forget with his Tesla truck where he tried to demonstrate that it was, like, indestructible, and I think he broke the window on it on a demonstration. I'm just like, oh man,
that truck is ugly as fuck.
Epic fail right there. But well, there was something else. Oh right, yeah. Apparently the Twitter copyright laws aren't working, so you can literally upload a whole movie as a tweet. Yeah. Yesterday someone tweeted like all the Fast and Furious films.
Excuse me, I have to go something and watch.
So yeah, it's crazy. It's like people were uploading whole episodes of SpongeBob, a bunch of different stuff, and I'm like, my God, what is going on over there? So apparently, the copyright laws does not work right now.
Okay.
So it's the Wild West right now on Twitter.
Hell yeah, let's get on there and cause some havoc.
And yeah, like I said, I do a lot of promotion for the podcast on Twitter. So I'm just thinking, like, man, if this thing goes, I'm gonna have to up my Instagram game. I don't know, Snapchat, TikTok. I don't know what to do at this point.
Start TikToking, baby. I'll do some dance moves with you.
Oh man, no. I have a TikTok, but it's just for my figure photography. And I just do a bunch of like before and after, like the setup and how the final looks. That's about it. But I don't know. Twitter is, oof.
It's a good time. I like to watch the world burn.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy, but I don't. Who knows how much longer it's gonna survive? Everyone thought it was gonna die on November 5th, but I mean, we're still here somehow.
It'll be fine.
Will it?
He's just gonna get kicked out somehow.
Maybe. We'll see. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to do, but it's just not
doing
working.
An awesome job of it because can't the board of directors like vote for a bid of no confidence and like oust a CEO?
Yeah, he could, but he fired them.
Well, shit. Here we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Dictatorship.
Yeah, but I guess man, this is just going to be a one whole dumpster fire of a podcast episode because here's the other biggest news.
Talk about low-budget flights, no food or movies. I'm out of here. I like running better.
Is that Yuji Naka, for those of you who don't know, Yuji Naka is one of the two creators of Sonic the Hedgehog, was arrested for insider trading. That's right. Sonic's daddy got arrested.
Hey, man, he got obsessed with those rings all this time, and now he needed to find a way to pay for more of them or something.
I don't know. But yeah, apparently he got insider trading for a game, for the new Dragon Quest game, actually, at Square Enix. And he bought shares before the info became public.
Oh, that's so
And
funny.
Square Enix was just like, nah, man, we don't fuck with that. And yeah, they slapped the cuffs on him. And I think it was hilarious because after that, I just saw all the memes. I don't think if you remember from Sonic Adventure 2 of like Sonic in handcuffs and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then someone else was tweeting that Yuji Naka escaped custody by jumping out of a helicopter and using a
Tails bailed him out.
using a board to slide down the city escape. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is just pure gold. But Jesus Christ, it's like, what is going on? Like, can Sonic have a win?
Yeah, the best thing that's happened to him in years is Sonic Frontiers, and it gets overshadowed by this.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. Like it's like Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Team finally has a win, but then here you have Yuji Naka going like, nope, spotlight's back on me, bitches.
Is he even still involved in like Sonic things?
No,
right now?
he left the Sega company. I think he was working at Square Enix.
Okay.
So who knows what else he was doing. But at the same time, it's like, what information are you trading? It's like, you got Kingdom Hearts 4 stuff on me there?
Let me know. I'll buy some of that info off of you.
Exactly. It's like, I gotta know. It's like, what do you know?
I don't even know. I didn't even know the insider trading laws are the same over there.
Yeah, Japan don't play with that stuff.
I guess not.
I mean, who knows what's gonna happen? I just thought it was hilarious. I mean, it's like, damn. You're that desperate.
Square Enix doesn't pay the way Sega used to back in the day.
I guess not. But man, I'm just like, oof.
This really is a fucking dumpster fire podcast.
It really is, because I'm looking at the rest of our topics. I'm just like, it does not get better.
Yeah, no, everything goes downhill.
I
think we have like one shining light at the end, maybe, and that's about it. No,
maybe.
No.
Nah, I mean, it's just, oof. Episode 10, the dumpster fire episode.
I like it.
I mean, I'll think of a name. Coming up with a name for actually all these titles is actually very hard sometimes.
Really? The master of puns himself?
I mean, it takes a while, man. It takes me a while.
Get those juices flowing right now. You got a week to edit.
I don't know, but I think this is a good time for us here to introduce our drink of the day.
Love that crack. Yeah, Ketty brought us some Liquid Death Mango Chainsaw. Why the hell do they have to make this name so intense?
Chainsaw Man.
I gotta start watching that, man. But yeah, Liquid Death Mango Chainsaw. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
It smells good.
We're gonna go healthy this time, folks.
It tastes like nothing. I guess like a good aftertaste though.
It does have a good aftertaste, especially for sparkling water, because I hate sparkling water because it has awful aftertaste. So these guys went the right route.
Yeah, Liquid Death's pretty popular. I like it.
Yeah, I do like Liquid Death. It's like, I don't know how to describe their like normal water. Like, it tastes like nothing, but it's just so fucking good.
Nothing be hitting.
I don't know. I just don't know how else to describe it.
I don't know. Cool can too. It's gold.
Yeah, it's a golden can, Liquid Death, Mango Chainsaw. I don't know how they came up with that name either. It's like,
everything they do. Well, if you've ever read Liquid Death on the can, this ruthless tall boy of flavored sparkling water is armed with agave nectar and natural electrolytes to refresh your body and murder your thirst. Too intense. It is water, sirs.
yeah. For all my water connoisseurs, let me know what's your favorite
It's
water.
got sugar in here? What?
Of course, it's gonna have natural
They're
sugars.
cheating. It's water. It shouldn't have natural sugars.
It's flavored water. It's gonna have natural sugars.
Yeah, but so is every other flavored water, and it just sounds like they whispered the name of a fruit to it as they were packaging it.
You can't eliminate the natural sugar from a fruit juice.
Well, it's tasty. Go drink it, folks.
It really is tasty. As you know, as we help here B with his No Drink November,
Yay.
he's enjoying it.
Tell I'm excited. I actually do feel way better not drinking, so I'm probably gonna stick to sobriety for a little while.
We're all proud of him, folks, over here. Run of applause. Round of applause.
Yay, another one. Go me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. On our trip to Walmart, we actually did see the Hard Mountain Dew, and I was just like, ooh, I want to drink that.
Yeah, they got the Baja Blast. They got a couple of flavors that look pretty interesting. I feel like it's gonna put me into a sugar coma after we drink those, but
Who knows?
you gotta.
I
do it
noticed
for
that they
the pod
stopped
sometimes.
selling Baja Blast in stores, and I guess now it's back to being Taco Bell exclusive.
Sad.
Bastards.
Very sad.
Yeah, I also did not know Pepsi Company owned Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I was blown away by that, actually.
Yeah, that's why Pepsi is like
I mean, yeah.
the one that they get instead of Coke.
I mean, that makes sense. But also, they got Baja Blast.
Can I get a Coke? Is Pepsi okay? It's never been okay.
It's always been okay with me. I'm like, fine. It's cola.
They're very different.
Are they?
Very.
I guess so. Who knows?
Oh my god, I'm drinking so many bubbly things I can't stop burping.
More bubbly things. But yeah, Liquid Death, Mango Chainsaw, very good, actually. As far as sparkling water, very good.
You know, I said it doesn't really taste like much of anything, but I like keep chugging this, so
You can definitely taste the mango. I can taste the mango.
I tasted a little bit, but not that much.
It's just enough. Enough to get you over.
It is just enough. I like it. I fucks with Liquid Death. Silly ass company.
There we go. There we go. Out of our non-flavored, out of our non-alcoholic drinks, where would you pair this one?
Probably this is probably my favorite because it's the least sugary, and I don't like a lot of sugar. Like that
Warheads?
That Warheads one.
Yeah, that was too much.
Oof.
We couldn't even finish that.
That was like liquefied cotton candy, man. That shit was rough.
Yeah. And then last week we had the Arnold Palmers.
I do love an Arnold Palmer. It's a classic, but it wasn't a new one.
It was not. Let me down.
Also, a little too much sugar. Even though that was a light one.
It was like, but I don't know.
Fuck it.
But here we go. We got something good for this week for you guys.
I'm gonna be so damn hydrated by the end of this.
Oh, hell yeah.
Murder my thirst.
Yeah. I don't know. I told this to Tali, and I was like, yeah, I got his liquid death. And she's like, are you going to die drinking this? And I was like, no.
We just might, babe. I'm not coming back. Better give me a kiss goodbye.
I mean, I don't know. It's funny to me. But moving on over here to our eternal burning fire, I guess, of an episode for episode 10, which should be a celebratory episode.
I really thought we would have some good news in here. I mean, skimmed the topics.
Well, actually, I think this next one is pretty good news because, like, despite...
It's the best of the news, I'll give you that much.
Yeah. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, for me, they're great games.
Dude, they look awesome. You've been playing it.
Yeah, I like it. It's a great game. I like how it looks. It's really fun. It's open world. I mean, I forget it's open world because there are a bunch of times I've come across Pokemon or trainers. I'm just like, fuck. I was like, I have to like try not to lose with my level. One of the battles I had, I think it was like I had a level 20, like second evolution of my Fuecoco, which is called Crocolore.
Oh, you got Fuecoco?
Yeah.
The second evolution has a little fire sombrero.
Yeah, everyone thought it was a sombrero,
him.
but apparently it's a nest with an egg on top.
I'm calling it a sombrero.
That's racist.
Come on, it's Fuecoco.
So I had my Crocolore, and then he's like level 23 or something, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna battle this trainer and just move on to the next one. This fucking trainer comes out with a level 56, like...
You got caught in the wrong neighborhood, kid.
I'm trying to remember what Pokemon it was. I think it was... Oh, it was a Noibat. A level 56 Noibat.
I don't know what any of these things are anymore.
So...
I'm so out of the
Yeah,
loop.
it's one of the more newer ones. So it was level 56, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's like... I need to... Like, at this point, I'm like chilling back in the couch, like thinking. I'm like, and then I see this
and then
Pokemon.
You just snap
yeah,
up.
I was like, nope, I gotta go serious mode. And people know when you go serious mode. Like you lean back and you start leaning forward. And I'm like, all right, strategy time.
Gamer lean. That's a
it's
thing.
Like gotta do it. You gotta get ready. And I was about to lose. I was like, fuck this. I was like, I'm not losing all the money I just earned. So I just restart the game.
You bitch.
I needed that money. I was like, I need to buy revives. I was like, I'm not losing out on this money.
Yeah, I guess.
So yeah, I was like, I had to do it. I was like, no. It's like I wasn't ready for this.
No, wrong neighborhood, kid.
No, yeah.
Go back to the burbs.
Aside from that, it's a great game. It's just it's just cursed with like bugs and performance issues.
It looks buggy as hell.
It is, and I think
I feel like the Switch just can't handle big games like that.
No, that's the thing that I want to talk about too. Is like that's totally wrong because the Switch definitely can handle games like that because it has in the past. I mean, two of the biggest ones I can think about is Xenoblade 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you look at those games, it's just like the Switch, and not only that, the Switch can also run The Witcher 3 on it, so no problem at all.
Witcher 3 is on it?
Yeah, The Witcher 3 is on the Switch, and it runs that perfectly fine.
At what frame rate?
I think they said 60 frame rate.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, so like the Switch is a perfectly capable console. The only thing is, like, I feel like the developer teams, like Game Freak, just didn't give them enough time to like test it out or like make sure everything was okay.
I feel like Game Freak keeps getting a bad rap for everything they do involving Pokemon.
Yeah, I think when they switched over to like the main console, because I feel like when it was handheld, it was a lot easier for them because it was just smaller scale, smaller dimensions, and like people didn't really expect much out of a handheld. But now that they're moving over to like the main console, it's a whole different ball game for them. And I feel like in order for them to improve, I think they should ask developers like from games such as like Xenoblade or even Monster Hunter to like be like, hey, how can we get this to work?
Yeah, because Monster Hunter one's great on there.
Yeah, Monster Hunter's on there. I mean, even Monster Hunter Rise is on there, and that it still runs perfectly fine, and it's like a much more, I feel, graphically demanding game than Pokemon. So
yeah, Pokemon, not a whole lot going on there, especially with the art style they choose to use.
yeah, so it's like it's definitely not on the Switch. I think it's more just on the developers not having enough time to polish up this game. So Who knows? I mean, I still think they could still, obviously they have to fix the bugs. It's nothing that's like game breaking that you can't like fix.
They're kind of funny.
Yeah, the thing it's like what's so good about this game is that it's a fun Pokemon game and it's something that you've ever done before. And the only thing that's bad about it is that it's so funny, the bugs that just you're still having a good time either way.
It's like when Cyberpunk 2077 first came out and everyone was saying that the bugs make this game unplayable. I thought they were hilarious. At one point, I was walking around with a fucking car on my head because it clipped into me and it just went with me. And I was like, this is great.
Yeah, no, like a bunch of like the bugs in there is hilarious. And for a while, I wasn't experiencing any bugs or anything else up until today.
Yeah.
And today I had my first bug. So like I finished a battle with Crocolor and like he turns around because like, and he's like saying it's like, oh, you finally beat the boss Pokemon of this area. And I'm like, cool. And then the camera shifts over to another Crocolor saying it's like, oh, he's evolving. And I'm like, I have two?
I've seen that where it duplicates them instead of like shows the evolution.
Yeah, and it shows the evolution going around. And I'm like swirling the camera over it. I'm just like, one is evolving and the other one is still there. So I'm just like, oh my God. This is
it's like
funny.
its very own before and after image.
It really is. It's funny. Like, yeah, that's the only thing. It's like the only bad thing about this game is like, it's just the bugs and everything. But it's not like anything game breaking. It just makes it funny. So it's still enjoyable. So
I think if you're willing to have a sense of humor about it, it only improves the game.
No, it definitely does. And I feel like once they like patch in the bugs and like take it away, I feel like a lot of people are gonna like miss it and not. I don't know. I guess they're gonna appreciate the bugs more when they're gone and not when they're still there.
You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
I don't know. I will say though today, like when I was trying to walk to or run to a Pokemon gym, like it kept lagging for me. I don't want to say lag. Like it kept slowing me down and like making it harder for me to reach my destination. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Apparently there's a bug where if you plug in a second controller and hold the direction on both of them, it just adds the speed from one to the other, so you go twice as fast.
I gotta try that out actually.
Yeah, I heard. Try that one out. That could be myth, but I'm pretty sure that's.
I'll try it out because like sometimes I'm just like I need to get there faster without riding my Pokemon Koraidon. So
is that the one with like the motorcycle wheel in its chest?
Yeah,
that's so funny.
Yeah, there's two different ones. The red one is called Koraidon, and the purple one's called Miraidon. So
Miraidon, this one.
Yeah, I know. I ended up going with Scarlet because my brother wanted Violet, and he went in a whole spiel on like why he should get Violet and why I should get Scarlet. So I don't know, because apparently he says he's more about like technology and futuristic, and
you're just about muscle mommy cave professor.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hell yeah, my kind of man.
But yeah, and then he's like, and he was also telling me it's like you're more about nature and like preserving.
You were trying too hard, Rich. Just say you want this one.
So yeah, I was just like, look, I already said yeah, so like we're good, we're good, and it's like don't worry about it. So, but in the end though, I think I like getting Scarlet because a lot of the Pokemon that I like are in Scarlet anyways, so it works out for me.
Yeah. But there's like future and like past evolutions of this Pokemon in this generation, right?
Yeah, they're called Paradox Pokemon.
That's cool.
So some of them have two different versions. Like Donphan, he has like a Paradox Scarlet version, what's called Great Tusk. And it's like a humongous, like I guess, prehistoric version of Donphan where he's like big, has like huge like tusk, which like, I don't know, I guess it looks like more like a giant woolly mammoth kind of thing.
That's what I saw too. He looks very mammoth-y.
Yeah, and then there's another version that's like I guess a future version of him. It's called Iron Tread, where it's just like metal shiny and it's like LED eyes and stuff like that. So
looks like gamer Donphan.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think it's cool. The way that they're able to keep innovating after all these years. Good for them.
Yeah,
good
it's
for
cool.
the Pokemans.
Yeah, it's good. And then I saw for Tyranitar, and I'm like, they basically just made Tyranitar Mechagodzilla.
I'll take it.
I mean, yeah.
That's all I ever asked for. I want to own a Godzilla.
So, I mean, I did face like the prehistoric Donphan today, but I didn't get to catch it, and I want to catch it. So I don't know I don't know if maybe you could catch it later in the game, but like for now, I just had to like fight it and beat it.
You're too strong.
Well, that's the thing is like I couldn't catch it though. I didn't get the option to.
Oh yeah, then it's probably just a story point.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Because like in the story, there's like 3 points. You have like the Path of Legends, the Victory Road, and then you have one called Starfall Street.
Can you play all three, or do you have to like pick and choose?
No, you can play all three at the same time. But
okay.
Yeah, you can do all three at the same time, and you can do it in any order that you want.
All right.
Just like, but the thing is, like, whatever order you start in, it doesn't like scale to whatever level your Pokemon are. It's like if you want to face the last gym leader, you can face the last gym leader, but like
balls to the wall.
you're gonna have a hard time doing it.
Let's go, my level 1 Ashwat, even though he's not in this game.
No, I mean you probably could do it. You probably could beat the gym leader if you just have like a focus sash, do a what's it called, facade, and then a quick attack. Bam. Just
All
like
going
that.
over my head. I know nothing about these things anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking more about the metagame.
Freaking nerd.
Yeah, freaking nerd over here. But aside from that, Scarlet and Violet, great games, fantastic games. I recommend anyone to pick them up. I think they're really fun.
I'm excited to never play them because I will forget.
I mean, the thing is, like, it's an open world Pokemon game. So, like, I always tell myself, like, oh, I'm just going to pick up a few items here and there. And then, like, 2 hours later, I'm still in the same area. I'm like, fuck, I need to complete the story.
You'll get there when you get there.
Yeah, I will, but at the same time, there's times I just want to advance, but also times I'm just like, I want to keep exploring, but I want to advance in the story. So it's just like, it's hard to fighting both.
I think that's the point.
I guess it is the point. I mean, I guess that just makes it. You know you have a good game on your hands.
Yeah,
If
they
just
get their hooks in you, kid.
yeah, if it wasn't just so buggy, it'd be good. But aside from that, good games. I'm excited.
Cool.
I mean, I think they're gonna get DLC in the future, but I think before we get to DLC,
Thank God, that was my biggest problem with Arceus is there's no DLC. And I would have paid a buttload of money for DLC for that game because that game is fun.
that game was fun. I wish I did get a lot more DLC.
I'm just bonking bitches in the head. And you're coming with me.
Oof.
Chug.
Yeah, I need to take a drink break there because we have a very sad topic to talk about here.
Fuck, I forgot about this. Yeah.
It's morphin' time! Dragon Sword!
Yeah, very tragic actually. So, November has not been a good month for Legends for us of the 90s kids.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, we lost Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, earlier this month.
And now we have
And now-
one of the original legends from the Power Rangers, Jason
Yeah.
David Frank,
We lost Tommy.
the original Green and White Ranger.
Yeah, it was very tragic. 'Cause I think was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. I woke up and I was just like,
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't want to believe the reports, thinking it was just a hoax, and we're just
A lot of people thought it was a hoax. They had to have one source come out and confirm it. I forget who it was exactly, but yeah, death by suicide, they say. So
yeah, death by suicide, which is very tragic and unfortunate. It's just
49, man.
Yeah, I mean it's tragic because I heard he was going through a very rough divorce and like he lost custody of his stepdaughter, who he was like I guess they had a close relationship with, and man, it's just goes to show you like tough. You don't know what people are going through, and I heard like one of his like old castmates share that he received a message from him, but he didn't see it until like later in the day.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and I was just like, damn, it's like, don't do that to yourself, dude. I was like, don't do that. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not your fault. But man, it's just, I don't know.
He was good to his fans, from what I can tell. I mean, he was at C2E2 almost every year I've been there.
Yeah, 1 year I was there. I was supposed to actually meet the fifth Doctor from Doctor Who.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The only thing was that he didn't show up. So they canceled his appearance and everything. So I was like, oh man, I was pretty bummed out. So I guess like his Jason David Frank's like rep or person was saying it's like, hey, if you guys want, we can move you over to our line, and you wouldn't have to lose your place in line.
Oh, that's rad.
Yeah, and so I was like, screw it. I was like, I have nothing else to lose. Like I'm near the front of the line anyway, so I was like, might as well just wait.
Okay.
And so we moved over and we were waiting and everything, and like he unfortunately was also late to that too. But I guess the only reason he said he was late was because like he wanted to have like merchandise for people to have.
Oh, see, yeah, like he
Because like in
was
case
trying
like,
to make it a more
yeah.
pleasant experience for people.
Yeah. So the only thing is like I didn't have like it wasn't in my budget to like get like a photo with him or anything else because like I was just like I need to spend it on other stuff
Yeah.
that I had planned out already.
Yeah, those earlier years of C2E2 was real penny pinching budgeting.
Yeah. So the only thing I got to do was basically just like a free meet and greet.
Which is rad.
Yeah,
because you
for-
weren't expecting that.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. So it was nice. He was pretty cool. Like I told him, like I enjoyed him and like watching him, and then like it was very much a surprise for me. Like when I was watching a Dino Thunder, like when I was like a teenager.
That's the other thing. Like he stuck with the franchise for a really long time.
Yeah, he definitely loved the franchise. He loved the show, and like obviously, anytime they asked him to come for like a special episode or premiere, he would definitely show up.
Yeah. I mean, that was his life forever.
Yeah,
Like that and cons, and he had a brief MMA career.
yeah. I mean, he didn't do bad.
Was he? I never watched him fight, so I don't know.
I don't know. I think he beat CM Punk, so I think that was one of the things.
Huh. All right.
I don't know, but yeah, it was fun. He was a great dude, like pretty down to earth, you know, like any other actor, I guess you could say. Like he's not perfect, but you know, decent person overall.
Regardless, never fun to lose someone you looked up to back in the day.
Yeah, it really isn't. It's tragic. I don't know. Makes me feel old. You know, it's just like damn.
It's because you are old, Kev.
I mean, yeah, we are old, but still.
No, not we. You.
No, we are old.
No, you.
No,
You're
you.
older than me, so you're the old one.
Yeah, I'm older than you, but you look older than me.
Because I'm so mature.
Yeah, it's just very tragic. I mean, I don't know. I guess that day, everyone on Twitter and like, I guess on like my,
I saw a lot of people posting stuff that like I never would have thought would have
Yeah.
like even cared about that. So yeah, just to give you an idea of how much of a mainstay of the '90s he was, that affected a lot of people I didn't even expect it to affect.
you know, and just the tributes from people like from like the toy photographers that I follow and
Yeah,
like
I saw a lot.
other-
I saw you post a lot of really good ones.
Yeah, and like I shared some of my work too, but I'm also working on a tribute piece for him as well, just cause I don't know. It's just
Gotta pay homage.
exactly.
Homage.
I mean, one of my favorite episodes for me was just like when I guess he first appeared and he was just giving the hands to the Power Ranger core team.
He
And I
just
was-
whooped him in the Megazord.
yeah, he whooped him out of the he's in the Megazord. He tossed him out of the Megazord, and then just the fight that happened there, I was just like, holy crap! It was just like,
He was a badass when he was under the influence.
yeah, dude was just giving hands and he didn't care who got it. It's crazy, just crazy to believe he was just like one strike away from just eliminating the Rangers.
Could have done it, man.
He really could have
Rita
done it.
Repulsa could never.
No. And that's how you know the story of the evil time he came to be in the comics, actually.
That's how?
Yeah, one of the writers, he's actually also from Chicago. His name's Kyle Higgins.
What's up, Kyle?
He basically took the concept of like, you know, what would happen if Tommy combined his like Tiger Zord and Dragon Zord powers. But he also took that concept and be like, what if Tommy didn't join up with the Power Rangers after he got defeated, or like,
Okay.
and so like, you know how like in the show, like his sword of evil or darkness gets destroyed, and then he joins the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Basically in the comics, there's like a what if world where like instead of like joining, he runs back to Rita, and then they join up forces and then take down the Power Rangers. And
Okay.
then, yeah,
I can get down with that.
it's crazy. So yeah, definitely read the Power Rangers Boom comics. They're fucking fantastic. Boom. Yeah, it's a really good series actually. Really good stuff on there. It goes beyond anything, but yeah. Unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to another legend.
Man, back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, back
Cross
to
your
back.
fingers this week is mellow, guys, because we can't keep doing this shit.
Yeah. And I also guess, you know, to get on a serious note here in the podcast, if you ever need help, please make sure you call the suicide hotline or dial 988 for help. Don't be afraid to talk to anyone. You don't have to man up, you know. It doesn't make you less of a man to break down or cry, you know. It's not a bad thing to ask for help. So,
True. Go to therapy in the
Yeah.
meantime, too. Therapy's the best.
yeah, go to therapy for the meantime, you know. Don't be afraid to reach out to anyone, you know. It's not a bad thing.
Well put, Kev. Well put.
Yeah. So, you know, because, yeah, you know, you never know. You need help. It's okay. Just remember, you know, dial 988 or the suicide hotline.
I didn't even know about 988.
Me neither until I learned it recently. I guess, you know, because the suicide hotline number was an actual phone number too long to dial. So now just 988 is a lot easier.
That's clever.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
All right. Good job.
So, yeah, there you go, people. If you ever need help, don't be afraid to ask for it.
There you go.
Aside from all that, though, you got anything else for us here today?
No, man. We talked about all the stuff I wanted to because I wanted to add in the Tommy stuff, too, but we already got to it. But, yeah, dumpster fire episode.
It really was a
Happy
dumpster fire.
10th, baby.
Happy 10th episode. But, I mean, it was just, you know, crummy 2 weeks, I guess. Crummy week and a half.
Don't worry. Next week is going to light them up.
Hopefully, the Kevin 11 episode. But, man, yeah, dumpster fire of an episode over here for episode 10. But that means that we made it. We made it.
Yay.
I mean,
we
I guess,
stumbled across the finish line, but we got there.
yeah. Maybe now we'll start having some guests over or something.
Yeah, let's get some cool people. If you want to be on the Diversions podcast, hit us up.
Nobody wants to be on here.
Nobody wants to be on here. We're going to fucking drag one of you on here.
That's for sure. But I'm trying to think, do I have anything else to like sign us off on here? But I can't think of it right now, you know? Watch the World Cup. Go watch Strange New World. Or is it Strange New World or Strange Adventure?
Strange World.
There we go. Strange World. I don't know where I'm thinking Strange Adventure from. Is that a I think it might be one of the titles from the old Marvel comics, Strange Adventures.
That sounds right.
Maybe. I could be wrong.
I feel like that's like one of the original like X-Men comics or something. I don't know. I could be talking out of my ass. I often am.
I don't know. But I guess that, that will do it for us today. Thanks for listening to us. Joining us in for another episode of the Diversion Podcast. I'm Ketty. Follow me over at Geek Night 90 on pretty much everywhere.
I'm B. I finally made an Instagram, guys.
He did not finally. He's been having
And I made another one.
You made another one.
It's naked right now, but it is a bumbling bee _ So I'll doctor it up. I'll put some stuff up there. I'll show you all my 3D printer journey or something like that.
Nice.
But eventually, yeah, follow me there.
Got your Etsy store ready?
It's not launched yet. I kind of got sidetracked doing some other projects that I told people I would make for them. But when that's up, I'll let you guys know next week.
Cool. Sounds great. There you go, guys. Thanks for listening to us. And remember, always have yourself a damn good one.
Later, losers.